My child, listen closely. I have seen the traps set before you. I have witnessed the schemes of those who speak with honeyed tongues but carry deceit in their hearts. They aim to lead you into a place where shadows lurk, where darkness thrives, and where your soul may be ensnared. But I, the Lord, am your shield, your fortress, and your guide. If only you would heed my voice, you would walk unharmed, untouched, and unshaken. There is a place that calls your name not by my authority, but by a voice that mimics righteousness. This place is clothed in false light, yet it is nothing but a pit of despair. I cannot force you, but I plead with you as your Father who loves you beyond measure. Do not go. The path there seems smooth, the people seem kind, but their intentions are not of me. They have invited something into their midst that seeks to devour the innocent, and it waits for an opportunity. You must trust me even when it does not make sense. The warning I give you now is not just for your physical safety, but for the protection of your soul. I know there are those who will question this message, who will mock and say, "How could this be from God?" But my ways are higher than their ways, and my thoughts higher than their thoughts. The enemy seeks to deceive through confusion, but my word is clear. My spirit will testify to your heart if you seek me earnestly. Child, this is a crucial moment. Within the next 5 days, you will encounter a situation that will feel harmless at first. A friend, a colleague, or even a stranger may suggest that you go to this place. They may make it sound as if it's an opportunity you cannot miss. But I tell you, this is a test. It is a choice between listening to my voice and following your own understanding. Remember, the serpent in the garden twisted words to make the forbidden fruit seem desirable. Do not be deceived as Eve was, for I am exposing the trap before you step into it. You have prayed for clarity, and now I am speaking. Will you trust me enough to obey, even when the details are unclear? The place I warn you about carries a name that begins with R, but it is more than just a physical location. It represents rebellion, resistance, and ruin. These are the spirits that linger there, waiting for those who are not covered by my protection. If you go, you will find yourself in a web of trouble, one that will not be easy to escape. You may feel tempted to dismiss this warning, to think, "It can't be that serious," but my child, have I ever spoken without reason? Have I ever led you astray? Look back on your life and recall the times I warned you, and you ignored my voice. Did it not lead to pain? Yet, even then, my grace pulled you out. But this time the consequences will be heavier. The adversary is not playing games. He knows his time is short and seeks to harm those who are mine. Do not give him a foothold. I have placed angels around you, and they are ready to intervene. But even they cannot protect you if you willingly step outside my will. Free will is a gift I have given you, but it carries responsibility. Choose wisely, my child. Stay where I have planted you. Seek my face in prayer, and I will make all things clear. If you feel uncertain, open my word, and you will find confirmation. I never leave my children in confusion. I am a God of order and peace. This message is not meant to instill fear, but to awaken your spirit. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and wisdom will preserve you. I do not send warnings without purpose. There are unseen battles waging in the spiritual realm, and this is one of them. You must stand firm in the armor I have provided you. Guard your heart, for out of it flow the issues of life. Guard your ears, for the enemy will try to whisper lies. And guard your steps, for I have ordered them according to my perfect will. The next 5 days will not be ordinary. They will be pivotal. You will notice signs subtle at first, but undeniable if you are paying attention. The enemy's attempts to lure you will increase, but so will my presence. You will feel an unexplainable unease about this place and the invitation to go there. That is my spirit warning you. Do not ignore it. When you choose to obey, you will see the danger you avoided, and your heart will overflow with gratitude. I also tell you this: the enemy is not only after your physical safety, but your destiny. He knows the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. His schemes are designed to derail you, to make you doubt my promises, and to rob you of the joy I have prepared for you. But he will not succeed if you remain under my covering. Pray without ceasing in these coming days. Call upon my name and I will answer you. Surround yourself with those who speak life and truth. Do not entertain the counsel of the wicked or the company of those who mock my ways. You are set apart, chosen for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. The attacks you face are not because you are weak, but because you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. Take that as a confirmation of your calling. My child, I am not only warning you, but equipping you. Use the authority I have given you through my Son, Jesus Christ. Speak my word over your life and your circumstances. Declare that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Bind the spirits of fear and confusion in my name, and they will flee. You are not a victim, you are a victor through Christ who strengthens you. In the days to come, you will hear my voice more clearly than ever before. I will guide you with whispers in your spirit and confirmations in your surroundings. Pay attention to the small things, the seemingly insignificant details, for I speak through them. I am a God of intimacy, and I desire to walk with you closely. You are loved beyond measure, and I am fiercely protective of you. That is why I give you this warning, not to frighten you, but to safeguard you. My plans for you are unfolding, and the enemy knows he cannot stop what I have ordained. All he can do is try to distract and deter you. But as you stay rooted in me, his plans will crumble like dust. Remember, my child, obedience is better than sacrifice. Even if you do not fully understand my reasons now, trust that I see the end from the beginning. You will look back on this moment and thank me for intervening. I take no pleasure in seeing my children walk into harm's way, and I will always warn you if you are willing to listen. Take this message seriously, for it is not from man but from the one who formed you, who knows you better than you know yourself. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Be strong and courageous, for I am your God. Do not fear, and do not be dismayed, for I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In the coming days, declare my promises over your life. Speak life into your situation and trust that I am working all things for your good. I am not only your protector, but also your provider, your healer, and your deliverer. Rest in my love and let my peace fill your heart. Remember, I am the Lord your God, and I do not fail. Trust me, and you will see my hand at work in ways that will leave you in awe. My beloved child, my words to you are rooted not only in warnings, but in love, protection, and blessing. When I speak with the same authority that parted the Red Sea, calmed the storm on the Sea of Galilee, and called Lazarus forth from the grave. Every word I utter holds power, and today these words are for you to guide you, to shield you, and to remind you that I am the same God yesterday, today, and forever. Let me take you back to the days of my servant Abraham. I called him out of a familiar place, away from the comforts of his home, into the unknown. He obeyed, not because he fully understood my plan, but because he trusted me. His faith was counted to him as righteousness. Abraham became the father of nations, yet he faced many tests. When I told him to sacrifice his promised son Isaac, it was a test of his obedience, his trust, and his faith. Do you see, my child? Abraham did not understand why I asked such a thing, but his willingness to follow my command allowed me to reveal my provision. At the last moment, I provided the ram, and through that test, I showed myself as Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides. In the same way, I am asking for your obedience now. The place I have warned you against may not seem dangerous at first glance, but I see what you cannot see. Just as I provided for Abraham, I will provide for you, but you must trust me. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom, and trust that I have your best interest at heart. Remember Lot and his family, whom I rescued from Sodom and Gomorrah. My angels led them away from the destruction, warning them not to look back. But Lot's wife disobeyed, and her longing for what was left behind turned her into a pillar of salt. My child, do not look back or be tempted by what appears to be appealing but is, in reality, a trap. The world offers many glittering distractions, but they cannot compare to the blessings I have prepared for you. The place I warn you about carries the same spirit that destroyed Sodom, a spirit of rebellion against my ways, a spirit that seeks to draw you away from me. Flee from it, just as Lot fled. Keep your eyes forward, fixed on my promises, for I am leading you into a place of safety and abundance. Consider Jonah, my reluctant prophet. I instructed him to go to Nineveh and deliver a message of repentance. But Jonah, in his fear and disobedience, chose to flee. He ended up in the belly of a great fish, crying out to me for deliverance. My mercy reached him even there, and I gave him another chance to fulfill his calling. Learn from Jonah's story, my child. Do not run from my instructions, no matter how challenging they seem. When you obey, you align yourself with my purpose, and my purpose is always for your good. Look to the example of my Son, Jesus Christ, who walked in perfect obedience. When I sent him to earth, he humbled himself, even to the point of death on a cross. He endured betrayal, suffering, and rejection, all because of his love for you and his desire to fulfill my will. In the Garden of Gethsemane he prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done. That is the heart I desire in you." My child, a heart that trusts me completely, even when the path is difficult. I remind you of these biblical instances not to burden you, but to strengthen you. Their stories are testimonies of my faithfulness, my provision, and my power to save. The same God who delivered them is the God who watches over you. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. There is nothing hidden from me, no detail too small for my attention. I see the snare the enemy has laid before you, and I am warning you so that you may walk in victory. Now, my beloved, let me speak words of blessing over you. You are not just anyone, you are my chosen, my beloved, my masterpiece. I knit you together in your mother's womb and wrote every one of your days in my book before you were born. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I take delight in you. When I look at you, I do not see your mistakes or your shortcomings. I see my child, redeemed by the blood of my Son, covered in righteousness. I bless you with peace that surpasses all understanding. In a world filled with chaos and confusion, I am your refuge and your strength. When the storms rage around you, know that I am in your boat, speaking peace, be still. You need not fear the winds or the waves, for they obey my voice. I bless you with wisdom and discernment. You will not be led astray by the enemy's lies, for my Spirit dwells within you, guiding you into all truth. When decisions arise, you will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Trust that voice, for it is mine. I bless you with strength for the journey ahead. You may feel weak at times, but my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel you cannot take another step, I will carry you. You are never alone, for I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. I bless you with favor. Wherever you go, my favor will surround you like a shield. Doors that were once closed will open, and opportunities will arise that you could not have imagined. This is not because of your efforts, but because of my goodness and grace. I bless you with joy, a joy that cannot be stolen by circumstances. This joy comes from knowing me, from walking in my presence, and from trusting in my promises. The joy of the Lord is your strength, and it will sustain you through every trial. I bless you with protection. My angels are encamped around you, guarding you in all your ways. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. But you are safe in my hands, and nothing can snatch you away. My child, these blessings are not earned, they are gifts from a loving father to his beloved child. Receive them with open hands and a grateful heart. Speak them over your life, for there is power in your words. Declare my promises, and they will come to pass. As you go through the next 5 days, hold on to my word. Meditate on it day and night, for it is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. When doubts arise, remind yourself of who I am. I am the God who split the sea, who shut the mouths of lions, who brought water from a rock, and who raised the dead to life. Is there anything too hard for me? I will not leave you in suspense, my child. The place I warn you against will become clear to you as you seek me. I will reveal it to you in a way that leaves no room for doubt. Do not fear missing my voice, for I am not a God of confusion, but of clarity. Simply quiet your heart before me, and you will hear me speak. I love you with an everlasting love. Nothing can separate you from my love, not death, nor life, not angels, nor demons, not the present, nor the future, nor any power in all creation. You are mine, and I am yours. Let this truth anchor your soul as you navigate the days ahead. And when these 5 days have passed, you will look back and see my hand at work. You will see how I guided you, protected you, and blessed you. You will have a testimony to share, one that glorifies me and encourages others to trust in me. So go forth in confidence, my child. Walk in the assurance that I am with you, that my plans for you are good, and that my love for you is unchanging. I am the Lord your God, and I delight in you. Be still and know that I am God. Amen.